drag. Well, it's all coming to an end.
An end.
An end.
An end.
An end. No, anyway. Last day, Esk8Con. We're traveling. We've had breakfast. We've packed. Bags are checked. We're having a coffee at the El Cortez.
I found an espresso.
It's taken him all week.
A real coffee.
A real week. And I've got a latte with caramel sauce, which is just next level, right? But it's a real coffee. Scott, Esk8Con 2025. What do you think?
Good. Good location, good vibe. You know, I would say 99.9% of the people there were there for the right reasons, to have fun, you know, skate, talk crap, you know.
Have fun.
Yeah, the vendors showed up, you know, the racers showed up. The racers were on a whole new league this year.
Yep.
Like every year they get faster or more technical.
I think the vendors were really engaged this time too. I think they were really active in the community. Yep. Kieran and Brian from Mad, and obviously Meepo.
Yeah.
Standouts yet again.
Yeah.
Mo from Stooge was just, I don't think I saw a moment where he put a spanner or a screwdriver down.
No, exactly. Constantly working on boards.
He's just working on boards, keeping everybody on the track and racing. So shout out to those guys particularly, because they're really getting in behind the racing scene a lot.
Yeah.
The racing division, I feel, from last year to this year, because we obviously only year on year for the racing. I think it stepped up.
Well, it's just cool having that. I think what we saw this year was having the EUCs back.
Yep,
was nice.
It was nice to see. Yep, it was something different.
It brought that dynamic back to the audience, but also having the Masters class.
Yeah.
It was. I think they weren't sure if it was going to work, and then it sold out. It sold out, right? They had all the slots sold out. Masters, and there were people in there which I didn't know were Masters.
No, I know, right?
Right?
Fez. What the?
My God!
Wow,
that guy can skate.
Yeah, that guy can skate. And I think the luxury is they've got room to grow now.
Yeah.
The venue was massive.
It was huge.
The track,
and we don't use half of it.
No, and the track for me, parts of it can be looked at how they had the layout of the track. There's some improvements to be made, but overall the track was horribly exciting.
It was.
There was stuff going on, and I think there was a couple of wild incidents that were a touch graphic.
Yeah.
But it's part of it. So,
but like I said in my video, there was a few spills, but everyone got up.
Yeah, everyone got up.
Everyone was walking and talking at the end of the day.
And I think, just to highlight for me, I think M-Boards with the whole Esk8Con, they tried to pull the community in deeper. They had the movie night, so they ran the movie, which was fantastic to see the Aussies on there.
Yeah, from ERL.
Yep. But they got everybody trying to get a little bit more organised. The ride on Saturday night, the strip ride, was a little slower.
Yep.
But from my perspective, it was good. No one got lost.
No.
The whole group stayed together.
And I think I said this in one of my videos, but massive shout out to Joe for running that. Like, I think it's his third year, fourth year for leading it.
And he works all day doing the racing.
Right. And then he gets up and goes and controls 500 animals on the Las Vegas Strip. You know, it's like herding cats.
Absolutely.
But like this year was different, right? As you said, a bit slower, because this year we had to tell Metro. Yep. Metro said, you can do it, but don't run red lights.
Yep.
And Joe just masterfully was looking ahead at the pedestrian number, looking at the green light, and he would stop us because he knew the light was green and it was about to go orange. He would stop the whole group, so the whole group stayed together.
Yeah.
It's never happened before.
Yeah, I think from somebody like myself, I always hang around down the back. I try and get a little bit of that B-roll footage all the time because I love the community, right?
Yeah.
For me, I loved it because I didn't have to stress about trying to keep up this year, which was the last couple of years. It's really intense, right?
Yeah, well, you got lost. What ride was it you got lost on?
Saturday night last year. Yeah.
Separated,
Yep. And it sort of went, that was tough.
That's what you ended up at that strip club, right?
Accidentally.
Or by accident.
No, by accident, on purpose, by accident.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah. Anyway, moving right along. Nothing to see here. I think everything was masterfully put together. I think the only criticism I might have is rider registration or racer registration could have been handled or been a little bit more organised, because I think that delayed some of the racing, delayed some of the practice stuff and not. But that was probably something that can be easily improved, I think.
Yeah, I don't know if there was a technical issue that we're not aware of, that maybe they were down a system, or maybe it was slower. But yeah, I agree. I think pre-registration, if they could do it on Thursday, if it could be an online system, it would remove that one little complication at the beginning.
Yeah.
And one thing we have to say is, one thing we do have to say is we don't believe in sponsorship at all. We don't bow down to any form of sponsorship.
None at all.
We don't take goods from anybody.
I don't know what you're talking about, Scott.
No.
We actively stay independent for everybody
Every year,
every year, and
no, that's enough. We have to say, I mean, Craig was probably going to say it, we have to say a massive thank you to Beyond Riders.
Absolutely.
Without even asking, they reached out and said, hey, we want to support the Wolfpack. We want to make sure you guys are safe, and we want to make you a custom jacket.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, then
to them, and personally from me, my thing is massive shout out to Tynee.
Oh yeah,
they went above and beyond. There was no need to look after us. We would have found a way, but for a rider.
Exactly.
To be able to be riding their beautiful board, one of their new boards.
Exactly.
I felt very privileged. So
and
thank you so much to Tynee Board for all your support, and also Beyond Riders.
And you've got a beautiful story coming out.
I've got a beautiful story coming out.
I won't say anything about.
No, which is going to be absolutely amazing, and I'm really proud. Give me a little bit of time to edit that one because I really want it to be
Do it properly.
I want it to be done properly. So stay tuned for that one. Make sure you ring the bell because it's a story that needs to be told, and it's the future. Speaking of which, I want to just touch on a little subject before we get off and finish up.
Okay.
Juniors. You mentioned it before. Juniors.
Yes.
At Esk8Con. What do you think?
I think if they have the space, which we do now, I think it would be an amazing idea if they could have a separate track just for, say, under 12.
I would say use the demo track.
Yeah.
As maybe a junior race thing.
Yeah. Let them race there, but have a track dedicated for them to practice or get on the board so they can be safe and not have the stooge boards flying. Past them.
Close down the demo track for an hour.
Yeah, for kids racing.
And then maybe a junior race sometime during the Saturday or the Sunday.
Yeah.
Just one, just so they can get involved and learn.
Have the juniors, the open, and the masters.
That'd be awesome. Absolutely awesome.
You would get even more attendance because parents would bring their kids to race.
Absolutely.
Try. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to get back to my coffee. Scott's probably finished his already because he had an espresso and he's in love because he's so happy with it. And thank you, everybody. Thank you, Tynee. Thank you, Beyond Riders, for all your supports. Massive shout out.
And thank you to everybody who came up and said hi.
And yeah, we really appreciate the community. It's one of the things I do it for, and Scott does it for. And
I do it for the money.
He doesn't.
We don't make any money doing this. Trust me.
It is for the love, and thank you to all the community who came up and said hello to us, and it was really amazing to meet some of our followers and subscribers, and
hear their stories and to hear them tell us what videos they watch, what boards they bought because of our videos. It makes you realise, I am having a small impact on.
And I won't name you and shame you, but some of you actually came up and told me that as an older guy, I inspired some riders out there, and that makes me feel really privileged to be able to share my love of the sport with everybody. Anyway, that's it from us. Remember, stay upright, keep smiling. Craig Taylor, Scott Davies, part of the Wolfpack, out.
Bye.
One down, one to go.